you're a very critical point now with the Brexit, and how do you see things unfolding, and what are the critical things that need to happen between now and the 31st?
Well, obviously, 23rd of June 2016 was the big day, which everybody said was impossible, but proved to be possible. And it is, I mean, at one level, a bit depressing that it's all this time
Taking
on.
this long.
Yeah, we're well over 3 years on. I mean, effectively, right now we've got nowhere in 3 years. I mean, literally nowhere in 3 years. Theresa May was a Remainer who did her absolute best with her civil servants, our State Department, if you like, to keep us as closely trapped inside this European political project. And I think the truth of it is that I became so frustrated at the betrayal of us not leaving on March 29th, as we've been promised over 100 times that we would.
Exactly.
That I founded this new party, the Brexit Party, and albeit, I'd been leader of UKIP, I'd done many things in the previous 2 decades, but the meteoric rise and success of the Brexit Party in winning the European elections, and not just winning it, we got 50% more votes than the nearest other party. Right. It really was a big win, and we've kind of reset the entire political agenda. Into that has stepped Boris Johnson, who in his first few weeks as Prime Minister has added, no question, energy, humour, enthusiasm, all of the things Mrs May could never ever produce as long as she lives. But we're all different, so fine. And he's been saying, with the high notes, many of the right things. In fact, the truth of it is, he's been aping everything I was saying in the run-up to that European election campaign, everything, even outside of Brexit, on infrastructure projects and things that need to be done. So I suppose, in many ways, imitation is a very high form of flattery. My fear is that despite, as I say, the high notes all sounding fantastic, my fear is that he actually wants to revisit this awful European treaty, amend it over an issue called the Irish backstop, appear to have changed it, and then try and push it through Parliament. And I think, from my perspective, to do that would be the worst of all worlds.
Disaster, right?
Yeah, because we, on the face of it, would think we left. But it's what we call Brino. Brexit in name only. In effect, we wouldn't have left.
Hopefully Boris looks at the enthusiasm in that room, and he could look at it one or two ways possibly, right? He could say, if I do the wrong thing, they're coming for me. Or he could look at it and say, if we join forces, I get to benefit from all that enthusiasm.
Exactly.
And I agree, it would be unstoppable.
Yeah, and let's hope we can make it happen. All I can say is, if they do make a mess of it in the way that Theresa May did, well, then we'll be in different territory.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to lead a Brexit party into a general election and try and win it.